to this. Real nigga, you ain't used to this. Yeah, oh. Real nigga, you ain't used to this. Real nigga, you ain't used to this. Yeah, oh. Real nigga, you ain't used to this. Real nigga, you ain't used to this. Real nigga, you ain't used to this. When they hop into the game glove, it sees a virtual reality. So the higher self is experiencing a game. That game is a highly evolved game of souls, and the soul is inside of the avatar. What it do, what it does, what it is, what it was, man. We about to get into it. Let me finish paying. Let me finish letting everybody come in, because I don't want nobody to miss it and have to rewind or do anything like that.
Damn TV, bitch. Don't get tucked in. Pussy. Bitch, I got money now. Chakra doctor.
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 Or chakra doctor. Mr. Chakra doctor. The chakra doctor.
Chakra doctor.
Chakra doctor.
Chakra doctor.
Chakra doctor. Chakra doctor.
Chakra doctor.
Chakra doctor. Chakra doctor.
Chakra doctor.
Thank you so much, chakra doctor.
The Black Cube Codex is a radical revelation that rips the veil off everyday life to expose the hidden force behind it all. Saturn, the dark architect of the Matrix. From the shape of your dollar bill to the vows in your marriage, from courtrooms to funerals, this book unveils how nearly everything in our reality is a ritual of energy tribute to Saturn's cube. Through powerful symbolism and piercing insight, Chakra Doctor exposes how common aspects of life, jobs, religion, media, the medical system, traffic, food, sports, even zodiac dice and amusement parks, are all part of an elaborate soul-draining grid built to keep humanity looping in cycles of servitude and suffering. But all is not lost. This codex doesn't just expose the trap, it reveals the one energetic key Saturn can't control, your chakras. Inside, you'll learn how to awaken your divine power, break the illusion, and restore your sovereignty. This is not a book. It's a spiritual jailbreak. Read it, decode the lies, activate your energy, reclaim your soul. The link is in the description of this video. Buy yours today. Break the spell.
Break the motherfucking spell, because I told you.
We'd be deathless. We just need new shells from time to time. And plenty of souls to eat.
It's just the law. Black people are slaves and white people own them. That's just the way it is.
Wow, that's crazy.
Crazy, 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 crazy. You feel me? Let's get it in, man. Hold up. Let me make sure I'm good. All right, bet. What it do, what it does, what it is, what it rewind. Infinite love, eternal truth, and peace wave to you. I come to you in the name of the great grand holy mother of all divinity. What it do, what it does, what it is, what it was. It's your boy Chakra Doctor. It's the man Chakra Doctor. It's the God, algorithm God. It's Rance Dunbar, whatever you know me as. We in the building, and I got another hot one for you. How everybody doing? Let me holler at everybody real quick. Hold up, Bob. No Face, what up? Joy, what up? Merv, what up? It's an early one, y'all. I had to get it in early because later in the day it start getting busy for me. Later in the day it start getting busy for me. Hope you got your pistachios. Hope you got your cashews. I cracked the code to the cashew. Cashew, you cash. You get cash when you eat cashews. I don't know. I just a theory. It's just a theory. It's been working for me ever since I've been eating them. Ever since I've been eating cashews, cash been coming. I don't know. It might work for you too. And another thing, I'm gonna go over, got some more over the list to go over. You know, I hope you got your miracle food. Hope you got your miracle tea. Big old jar like me, right? Everything in alignment, everything on point, everything 100% good to the good. Hold on real quick. Sorry about that. So once again, we got another good one for you. What's been going on in everybody? The few people that are in here right now, because I know it's going to get filled up a little bit more as time goes on. But if you have any questions, cares, or concerns, put them in the comments, and I will answer them. If it's worth answering. I mean, some things are common sense, but I have to remember that we don't have common sense anymore. So I got to be patient with myself and be patient with my viewers and be patient with everybody. But today is Wordplay. The name of the game is called Wordplay. Reality in AI. You see it. The truth about what? Read it. If you want to get the Black Cube Codex book, go to the link in the description of this video. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the share button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you and if you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the all notification bell, the little bell that has all next to it, so you get notified whenever there is a video dropping on DMTV2. Shout out to Dwayne McClain. Shout out to everybody in the gang. Let me make sure. If you are in the Atlanta area, make sure you be at this Juneteenth Big Black Lie live lecture event with the Minister of Information and Crumb TV tomorrow, June 28th at basically 9 p.m. Right? In-person seating is limited. Hey, if you say chakra doctor name at the door or something like that, hey, you never know. You might be able to get let in. But uh I think they already sold out the in-person part, so you can still participate on a live on a Zoom. All you gotta do is just hit the tickets crumbtv.info/events. And if you want to be a vendor a last minute vendor, text that number right there. You see it right there at the bottom. I moved my ticker so you can see it right there at the bottom. Moving on into other news. I need y'all to screenshot this right here. Screenshot this right here. Bob. Screenshot that right there because that's going to be very important. These are the 10 crowns of the beast, the 10 crowns of the dragon that they spoke in Revelation. So screenshot there. Keep that in mind. Politics, media, education, business, military, medicine, banking, religion, black market, stock market are all a part of the 10-headed hydra, as the dragon, the beast of Revelation. All right? And boom, you see it right here. Wordplay, reality, and AI. And God we trust. And we about to get straight into it. Hold on. Oh, dang. Boom. Hold on. So we about to get straight into it, man. Without further ado, wordplay. How can I start? How can I kick off this lecture with wordplay? All right. Wordplay. The first thing that comes to mind is playing with words. But knowing what I know, the second thing that comes to mind is right, the saying that they used to tell us when we were little. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. And we grew up on that. I guess that's why my generation has a little bit more of a tougher skin than today's generation, because today's generation is taught that people who bully you, people who uh people who disrespect you and things of that nature should still be respected, should still be acknowledged because they're just coming from a hurt place, which is cool. I'm not tripping on that. I'm not tripping on us growing as a collective and realizing that bullies are just people who are getting bullied in other areas in life. So they at school or they're at work or wherever they're at trying to bully you. But I gotta admit that saying, words can never hurt me and sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me, it's multi-layered, right? On one end, it's a Saturnian mantra. Because why? Who is Saturn? Set. What is Set? Set is called the what? The old, or Saturn is called the what? The old rolling stone, right? Um, and remember, stone starts with ST, and ST is how you spell Set's name. And that's his original name, Set. So that's one layer, right? And if you stick, that means you stuck. And if you stuck, that means no growth. And if there's no growth, that means what? DEATH. And if you got DEATH, you get recycled back in here, right? So that's one layer. But then on the other layer, are we inviting sticks and stones to actually break our bones? That's another layer, right? But it's also Saturnian. Why? Because Saturn is the god of bones. That's why they had a TV show called Bones, and they got in voodoo, you got voodoo bones, right? You got chicken bone. Oh, you're choking on a chicken bone, right? The the connotation behind it is multi-layered. But as you get higher up in the layers or deeper within the layers, however you see the spectrum, it will goes and shows, wait a minute, look how easy it is to play with the American English language. Look how easy it is for us to interpret or misinterpret words, wordplay, right? Let's keep on going. Sticks and stones may break my bone, but words could never hurt me. So on one end, on the positive end, that groomed us to not care about what people think. That groomed us to not care about what people say. And they have a song, don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Okay, so now we get into some positive part of it, right? Wordplay. And hold on. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Snoop Dogg played in a movie called Bone. Right. Boom. Thank you for putting me up on that. Salute to you, Merv. But as we get deeper into the layers, right? I remember that saying coming to mind when people try to make fun of me or when people try to roast me. That saying came to mind. Your words can't hurt me. Now, if you pick up a stick or you pick up a stone, and remember, another thing with the stone, remember back in the day, they used to try to, in order to kill you, as a matter of fact, not back in the day, still today, over in the Middle East, they still stone people. It was literally called the Stone Age, right? In Georgia, they got a place called Stone Mountain. Wait a minute. Let me get into this stone. Let me get into this stone. Let's break down to this stone. When Jesus was buried, it was a rolling stone that covered his tomb. And that same rolling stone, we call it a what? A headstone on the tombs that we on the tombs today. It's called a headstone, right? And stone is a part of masonry, right? They got stone masons. Wait a minute. I'm just going over all the stone coincidence. Birdman, one of Birdman's right hand men was called his name Stone, right? Wait. I take the S off of tone. I take the S off of stone and I got tone. Take the S off of stone and I got tone and I put it at the end and I got tones, which means stone sets the tone or tone set the stone. Even the word, even stone set tone is all Saturnian, right? I'm just showing you how deep of a web we're in when it comes to this matrix and Saturn. Wait a minute, I'm missing some things. I'm missing some things. What other stones y'all can come up with if y'all can name some other stones? But Rolling Stone is a popular magazine. So now what? Now not only was it, and what the Rolling Stone stand for? Why is it a Rolling Stone? Because the rings of Saturn roll, circle, and spin around it. Right? Boom. And rolling, rolling, rolling on a river. That's really homage to Saturn set. But also rolling, rolling 60s, rolling 20s, rolling this, rolling that. Rolling your weed. What role will you play in the game? In the stage? We getting into the wordplay. I'm just giving you a game. And look how I played with this one word, stone. Look at all the different definitions that I did for this one word. We ain't even do sticks. We ain't even do breaks. We did a little bit of bones, but now we about to get into what? Words. Because the Bible says, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and that Word manifested as flesh. So now we gotta understand the actual sequence of the spells that governs this matrix and keeps us locked in. And that number one thing is our word. Because it says, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was God. The Word was God, past tense. And the Word was God, then the Word was with God, then the Word manifested to the flesh. So it's Trinity. That go to Trinity right there with the Word. But if you really look at word, the word, look at the word words. If I take the S off the end of the word words, I will have the word sword. And now we get back to Christ. Jesus is saying in the Bible when he says, "Nay, I came not to bring peace. I came to bring a sword." What does a sword do? A sword will chop your head off your body, aka divide you. A sword is used for division. So Jesus is literally saying in the Bible, the devil in disguise in the form of Jesus is literally saying in the Bible, I came to divide. Divide reminds me of the word divine. We all say, we're all divine beings. We're all divine beings, never realizing the wordplay is keeping us divided. Because divine means that you are separated from the whole of source, becoming what? Divided from source. So divine means we are divine. I am not a divine being. Let's get that clear. Let's get that clear. I am an infinite being. I'm an immortal being. I'm a eternal being, right? But if we want to go to divine, yes, we're all divine beings. How did we know that we're divine beings? I mean, I say I'm not a divine being. I mean, we are all divine beings. I am a divine being. How do we know that we're divine beings? Because we're in these bodies, divided from the source, experiencing things, a lot of the things that we have no control over. A lot of the things we can't make, we can't control our parents' decision. We can't control, people's decision. We can't control a lot of things that we can't control because we are divided, right, from source, great grand holy mother, which makes us what? Divine. So once we become divine, that means our essence of divinity separates from the source motherboard and goes out and about into the multiverse to experience, right? To experience what? Experience existence. Just to experience this existence. The Jehovah Witness book say in the beginning was the word and the word was God. That's confusing. No, that's not confusing. Think about it. They told you that death in life is in the power of the what? Tongue. Reminds me of that tone again. That stone, right? Death and life is in the power of the tongue. So if death and life is in the power of the tongue, and we hold life and death up here, what they tell you? If it ain't if it ain't life or death, don't call me about it. Don't. I'm busy right now. Don't call me about it unless it's a life or death situation. So we know life and death is up here. Life is the game. Death is the entryway. Hold on. So life is the game. Birth is picking up the controller and playing it. Death is putting down the controller and leaving the gaming console to go do other things in eternal life. Once again, life is the game in the middle, but life is the game. On the left side of life, you got birth. That's picking up the gaming controller. On the right side of life, you got death. That's putting down the gaming controller, right? And how do we pick up and put down most games in the sequence? Through our words. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. This is how you know death and life is in the power of the tongue. Why? Because in the beginning it said, "Let there be light." So if there let there be light, he spoke that. He didn't say, "Let there be light," and nah. He said, "Let there be light," and it was light, right? The two-edged swords you can lift up or tear down with words, right? Right. Well, remember, there are words of empowerment and there are words of destruction. There are words that are capable of uplifting people and making people feel empowered, and there are words that are capable of making people feel stripped and less than stripped of their power, right? So understanding our words shape our reality. Words are swords. So now we're getting back into what you said, right? The two-edged sword. There's a two-edged sword with your words. There are, number one, words that you can use on a positive level, and number two, words that you can use on a negative level. Which way will you swing the sword? You swing the sword to the left, you bringing that, you speaking that negativity. And a lot of people don't understand the things that you speak on a daily is negative. When somebody asks you, say, "How you doing?" And you say, "Oh shit, it ain't nothing. I'm just cooling." You didn't even realize you had a chance to speak more life, speak more abundance, speak more. Why you think when people ask me how I'm doing? I am doing swell, well, and great, divinely blessed, wonderfully infinite. Attitude of gratitude is the longitude of latitude. I am grateful for all that I have and all that is yet to come. All praises be to the great grand holy mother of all divine. This is locked in my DNA when somebody asks me, "How am I doing?" And every time I tell them that, they're like, "Whoo, that was a mouthful." See, my sword swung and empowered my life. A lot of time, a person will ask you, "Loan me $20," and you'll say, "I ain't got it right now." "Loan me $20, that should be good for that, huh?" But all the nigga can say is, "I ain't got it right now." Or a person will say, "Man, I'm broke as a joke." Or a person can say, these negative things about themselves that they think is just, "I'm just saying a word. I'm just saying something in passing." No, you are swinging. You are literally dividing yourself from abundance by speaking words and phrases of lack. This is why we are called be lack people. We're not, we have literally embodied the word lack. We lack substance. We lack funds. This is why we are the poster children for poverty. If you ask anybody, if you go anywhere in the world, who are the poster children for poverty? And it will be some form of be lack people, right? Because we speak in the terms of what we don't have. We speak in the terms of who we don't got. We speak in the terms of where we not going or what we didn't do or what negative happened to us. All of these phrases are phrases of lack, and these swords literally divide us from abundance. These swords literally divide us from abundance. Why? Because we speak it into existence. And as a man thinketh, so is he. Wait a minute, but wait a minute. As a man speaketh, so is he as well. Because you can think something and be like, "I burn that thought up. I'm thinking something else." And that thought that got burnt up don't get to a fruition. But if you think it, and then after you think it, you say it, especially if you're one of the type of people that speak fast or speak out before they think about what they say, you are now you are now playing into the game of negative wordplay. So let me show you some negative wordplays. Remove these phrases from your vocabulary as often as possible, and you will have a better life overall. I don't. I won't. I'm not. I woulda. I coulda. I shoulda. I was just. If only. I wish. Um, I ain't. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, a lot of y'all say that a lot. Black people love saying that. I don't know. What? Knowledge is power. So soon as knowledge is power, so soon as and the root of knowledge is knowing. And the root of knowing is know. And the root of know is now, the power of now. So you are robbing yourself of real power by telling yourself that you don't know. Telling someone else that you don't know. Why? What are you supposed to say in replace of that? Well, I'm about to find out right now. I'm about to research that and look that up and find out right now so that I can know for myself. It takes way more muscles to frown than it does to smile, right? Well, when it comes to wordplay, it takes way more words to speak abundance in your life than it does to speak negativity into your life. You can speak negativity into your life like that. You got to think real quick to speak abundance in your life. You got to plot, plan, and strategize on how you're going to speak abundance into your life. And then you got to keep it on repeat because the world is full of negativity. And if you just speak abundance one time, that abundant phrase can get locked into the grid of the negative. And we do this on a daily basis without knowing, or they got negative magicians, because negative magicians practice chaos magic. And in order to truly practice chaos magic, you got to artfully speak negative words. So I'm going to show you the perfect example. I was scrolling on TikTok, and every time I'm scrolling on TikTok and they're trying to sell a product, they always tell me, don't buy this product. If you're trying to sell me a product, why are you telling me not to buy it? Because they know that negativity sells. They know that the human being is wired to go against the grain. This is why I feel like the Bible is a trap. Because the Bible says, thou shalt not kill, and people are killing more than a little bit. Thou shalt not steal, and people are stealing more than a little bit. Thou shalt not this, thou shalt not that. Everything the Bible tells us to don't do, we make it our business to go and do it. Everything the Quran tells us to don't do, we make it our business to go and do it. Everything that they tell us to do that's good for us, we make it our business to go and do it. And everything they tell us that's not good for us, we make it our business to go do to not go. Everything they tell us that's good for us, we make our business to not do it. And everything that they tell us to not do, we make it our business to go and do it. You know how backward that is? It's called reverse psychology. Reverse psychology is saying, I really want you to go down this path, but guess what? In order for me to get you down this path, I'm gonna tell you to don't go. In order to get you down this path, I'm gonna tell you don't go. Don't go down that hallway, right? You gonna be like, man, fuck you, nigga. I'm going down the hallway. I'm going down the hallway, bro. Why? Because he told me don't do it. They got people who do things just because you told them don't do it. And then they got people who don't do things just because you told them to do it. The human being is weird that way. What's the best way to tell somebody to do and don't do something? By not speaking on it at all. By living it. By living it and being it, letting them witness it and then let them copy it. That's the best way to get somebody to listen to you. You can't get nobody to listen to you unless you are polished and seasoned in the field that you're trying to get them to listen to you in. So for instance, a fat person telling you to go on a diet, you really not gonna listen to that. But a fit person telling you to go on a diet, you just might listen to that. An evil person telling you to do good, that don't hold no weight with you. But a good person telling you to do good, that might hold some weight with you. You tell a chick don't cheat, then she gonna cheat. Nah, nigga, see, look, I'm gonna show you right there. Thunder Dan beats. See, that's where you messing up at. That's how you know the roles have reversed in life. males are speaking about women cheating more than ever. The only reason why she's cheating on you, bro, or the only reason why she's cheating on he's cheating on you, sis, is because you haven't established your true worth. When your true worth is established, he or she not gonna cheat on you. Why? Because they know the value. They know the value that you bring to the table. But if you a man and you worrying about a bitch cheating, then you a weak man. You know why? Because you supposed to have another bitch in line already waiting on to replace that bitch. You supposed to have another bitch on tuck waiting to replace that bitch if she get out of line, my nigga. You supposed to have another nigga on tuck, right? Waiting until he get out of line. You feel me? But if he or she is the type of person that don't get out of line, if she is the type of person that does right by you, you ain't never gotta have that problem. You ain't never gotta worry about having somebody in the cut to replace him. But you know what you do have to be? You have to always be ready for the unexpected and be ready to start over or cut the cord if at any given time he or she is causing is holding you back from growth. If he or she is holding you back from growth, cut the cord. Cut the cord and keep going, bro. Established people get cheated on all the time. Well, this is the thing. Here we go, bro. Y'all call it cheating. It's not cheating. It's life and lessons being learned. You knew and you seen the red flags in this person before they cheated. You ignored them and gave them the benefit of the doubt. That is not their fault. That is your fault. You knew for a fact, you seen the red flags in this bitch. You seen the red flags in this dude. But you wanted to be a goody two-shoes and give somebody that you barely know or somebody that you've only known for a short while the benefit of the doubt. No, 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 no. Everybody is, in my world, you're guilty until proven innocent. You're not innocent until proven guilty here. You are guilty until proven innocent. You got to prove to me that you're not like the rest of these hooligans out here. You got to show me that you're not like the rest of these bums out here. You got to show me that you're not like the rest of these Jezebels out here. You got to show me that you're not like the rest of these hoes out here. You don't just get to come walk into my life that I built for myself and I built it from the ground up, brick by brick. And you think I'm about to just let you just come in and not prove yourself to be worthy of being in my presence? But guess what? A lot of y'all ain't got nothing going for y'allself, so y'all just let anybody in y'all life. See, when you got something going for yourself, you ain't about to let nobody. You ain't letting you know anything through into your life. Why? Because you built it up, and it took time for you to build it up, and it took effort for you to build it up, and you're not about to let just know anybody come and tear that down with their negative energy. No. But the reason why you dudes get cheated on, because you dudes be acting like females. The reason why you dudes get cheated on, because you dudes don't know how to, you niggas don't have a roster. You niggas got one female. You niggas got one female and you putting all your eggs in that one basket, never realizing that she don't want that from you. She wants to know that you that nigga. The one way of showing any female that you're that nigga is always maintaining a man's position. And when you're in a man's position, females are gonna always want you, even though you might not accept that want, even though you might not, play with the idea or anything. Keeping yourself in a top apex man position will always have women wanting you. And as long as women are wanting you, your woman will be able to see that other women want you. And because your woman is able to see that other women want you, she's not about to really just lay up there and give you up, knowing that other females are hopping her place at the drop of a dime, and it's gonna take her 10 times the effort to find another you. 20 times the effort to find another you. If you really got something going on for yourself, she'll never find another you. You will always be the one that got away. That's me right there. That's me right there. I'm the one that got away. You will never meet another guy like me. You will never meet another man like me. You will never be able to you will never be able to have another me. Ain't no clones of me. Ain't no clones. So that means you got to be original. That means you got to be authentic. That means you got to be healthy. That means you got to be wealthy. That means you got to be fit. That means you got to be fine. That means you got to have conversation. That means you got to know how to fuck. That means you got to know how to eat pussy. That means you got to know how to raise children. That means you got to be a 10-pronged Swiss Army knife, bro. You gotta be you can't be the man in today's time. Men get cheated on in today's world. You know what you gotta be in today's world? You gotta be the God. You gotta be a God. You see, that's a algorithm God. That's a chakra doctor. You don't see my government name nowhere on there. You don't see my government name nowhere on there. Why? Because at the end of the day, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth. Sorry. Oh, wait a minute. They trying to stop my flow. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word proceeded out of the mouth of God. And the Bible says, I say that you are God, children of the Most High, but you shall fall like men and die as the princes. So what does that mean? That means that by default, you are God. Why by default you are God? You are made in the image and likeness of God, and you are sourced by the great grand holy mother, just like God. And therefore, the kingdom of heaven is within, and God lives in the kingdom of heaven. So how can the kingdom of heaven and God and the devil and all of the angels, demons, dragons, jinn, known fairies, and all of these things live inside of you, but you not be the divine that lives inside of you? That don't make no sense. How can God be inside of you and you're not the God that lives inside of you? You trying to tell me you got more power than God? No, God is the one that is omnipotent. God is the one that is omniscient. God is the one that is omnipresent. So if God is omnipresent within you, that omnipresence of God automatically gives what? Power. You got the power. This is why you can speak things into existence. This is why death and lie. This is why death in life lies in the power of the tongue. Be why? Because God, you are God. Children of the Most High. And the Most High name isn't Yahweh. The Most High name isn't Yahushua. The Most High name isn't Yeshua. The Most High name isn't Jesus. The Most High name isn't Brahma. The Most High name isn't Allah. The Most High name isn't Buddha. The Most High name isn't Kronos. The Most High name isn't Saturn. The Most High name isn't Set. The Most High name has been and always will be the great grand holy Father Ra. Fuck is you talking about? Why you think the industry say, why you think the industry say, I ain't with all that rah, 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 rah? Nigga, I'm with the rah, 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 rah. And I fight good. And I can back it up. Yeah, on all levels. I want all the smoke because I'm the fire. I want all of the smoke because I am the fire. If you don't have this mentality, there are sticks and stones. You won't have to worry about sticks and stones breaking your bones because their words will forever hurt you. Never worry about a man cheating on you. Never worry about a woman cheating on you. If a man or a woman cheats on you, that was you for making a faulty decision because you seen it before it happened. You just ignored it. Or if a man and a woman cheated on you, that was your fault for not being the best you so that no other body can come. See, because when you're the best you, your man and your woman is going to look at others and compare them to you. I repeat, this is why niggas don't let. This is why men. This is why I don't have really men. Really don't have men friends. Because soon as they let me around their old lady gonna see what the hell they man not doing. This is why I don't have male friends. Males always try to compete with me. I don't even like to get in males' presence because they always try to compete with me. Why? Because at the end of the day, I'm doing so much as a guy, I automatically make you look like a man. I automatically make you look like a man. Why? Because I'm doing too much as a guy. And a female is going to compare notes and say, look at what this guy is doing versus what my guy is doing. And she's going to take that mental note. The same thing with a female. If your female is hitting all of the points and checking all of the boxes, you're going to look at other broads and compare them to your broad. You're going to be like, yeah, that she cool, but my broad be doing, my broad do it better. Yeah, she but nah, I rather my broad. We make that comparison. We make the comparison. Why? Because the mind is always trying to elevate. The mind is always trying to do better. The mind is always trying to receive better, do better, get better, more better, speak better, right? The mind is always seeking for more. So therefore, no matter what we do in life, we will always be on the outlook, looking for better. Not saying that what we got, not saying that we're not grateful for what we got, just saying that we are prepared for better if better arrives. Okay? So make sure that you are in, first and foremost, when you look in the mirror, do you look at yourself and say, God damn, I'm a cold-blooded nigga? Whoo, man. When you walk through the grocery store, do females look at you and do a double take and say, look at that fine ass nigga? Hmm? When you go into rooms where dudes got their girls, do niggas start cuffing their girl when you come around? If not, you need to do better. If not, you need to do better. Okay? So you gotta tell yourself that you are that nigga, period, and believe that you are that nigga, just like Neo. Once he told himself that he was Neo and believed himself, he was able to maneuver and move through the matrix. Period. 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 But the oracle told him he wasn't the one. The oracle gave him a cookie. Said, you want a cookie? You not the one. He said, I believe I. You know they always trying to stop my live. Hold on, man. You know they always trying to stop a nigga live, bro. Boom. So he finally believed that he was the one, and him and Trinity went and rescued Morpheus out of an impossible situation. Just because he told himself, I'm him. Okay? So let's get to sword play. Words, you take the word, you take the letter, you take the word words, take the S off the end of the word words, put it at the beginning, you got sword. When you are speaking, you are swinging the sword. You're either swinging the sword to what? To what? To bring things up, to make things better, or you're swinging the sword to destroy things and bring things down and make things worse. You feel me? Once you understand that your words are swords, and then you can become a swordsmith, aka a wordsmith. But they got a lot of people who don't even understand what certain words mean, what certain terms mean. So how can they ever be a wordsmith when they don't even know what a lot of words even mean? You don't even know how to pronunciate a lot of words. How can you gonna be a real wordsmith, a real swordsman? You got to be a real swordsman. So when Jesus was speaking and he told you, nay, I came not to bring peace, I came to bring a sword, he was talking about the words that he was going to say, and those words that he was going to say was going to divide. It was going to bring a division. Division is a part of math. Division is a part of divine. In order for us to be in existence as a part of the whole of the divine, we had to divide ourselves from source. And we divided ourselves as we divided ourselves from source, or let's reverse it. Source had to divide herself from herself. Source had to divide itself from itself, like cells do. You take one cell, leave it there long enough, that cell is going to split from itself and divide. That's what cells do. That's exactly what Source did. Source was the central cell, the number one cell. And then Source divided herself. She divided herself. She was all nothingness, she was all darkness, and then divided herself into light. Boop. Now there was two cells. The two cells start communicating, and the two cells turn into what? Four cells. Four cells turn into eight. Eight turn into 16. 16 turn into 32. 32 turn into 64. You think Nintendo 64 and all these things? No, this is mathematics. When you're talking about 64, when you're talking about the 32, that's Magic Johnson. And 32 in reverse is who? 23, Michael Jordan. MJ, no matter JM and MJ, no matter how it go. So you got to understand. Look, that's wordplay in itself. That's wordplay in itself. Do you know how to play with words? And the first way you learn how to play with words is this: breaking down the word, uh, breaking down the word syllables. A syllable is a sound. A syllable can also, if you want to wordplay it, a syllable can also mean a symbol, right? But when you look at the word, the first word I see in the word is not word. The first word I see in the word is woe. Flip it backwards, and woe becomes ow, ow, right? So understanding, why would they say that in the Bible? Woe unto thee. In New Orleans, we got a phrase. When we greet each other, we be like, whoa, now what's down with it? This is what we say in New Orleans when we greet each other. We say, whoa. I be pretty, whoa, what's down with it? Whoa, now. Think about this. Whoa. Whoa is the root of what? Whoa is the beginning of what? Womb. Uh-oh. The womb of man. Womb man. Right? Understanding this brings you into the word play. Let's get into the word play. Saturday is Saturn Day. Moon Day is Moon Monday. Tuesday is Tuesday. Wedding, and look, we say Wednesday, but Wednesday is spelled Weddings Day. Weddings Day. It is, if you're gonna get married on a Wednesday, nigga, or Friday, the day of love, like today, right? Wait a minute. Thursday is Thor's Day. Friday is Friday. You might want to eat you some French fries on Friday. Shall I go on? Shall I go on? Okay, I'll go on. Sunday is the sun's day. Wait a minute. Look at how they play us in the word. And don't we all go to church? I take the C off of church and I got what? Hurt. Hurt. Hurts. Hurts frequencies are played in church. Hurt people, church people, church. Let's go into the word play. Your countertop. Countertop is what? The opposite of the top, which is really your countertop is not a countertop. Your countertop is a bottom, because the actual definition of countertop, if you're countering the top, is what? Bottom. See how that goes? But top spelled backwards is what? Pot. You smoke pot? Ain't that something? When you frying your food in a frying pan, Pan is the goat guy, but also Pan is a pan that, so we worship in Saturn in all kind of ways, man. Because Pan spelled backwards is nap. Because after you finish frying your food in the pan and you eat it, you get sleepy and take a nap. You ready for it? I'm about to do no face ghost. 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 You ready? G is the seventh letter. Uh-oh, remember that movie? It's bringing that movie Rush Hour. This is G14 classified. What is half of 14, y'all? 7. G. What is G, y'all? God. G is the seventh ring of Saturn. Also, G is the symbol of Freemasonry. This is why all my, what? This is why all my sons got them M's on their Gmail. This is why all my sons got them M's on their Gmail. This is why all my sons got them M's on their Gmail. See? G begins with GOAT. GOAT begins with G. Who is the GOAT? Saturn, greatest of all time. Who? Saturn. Why? Because Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. What is the symbol of Capricorn? The GOAT. This is why I say kids. And why do they say, why do kids and goats are synonymous? Why do they sacrifice kids and goats? Because kids sound like goats and goats sound like kids. Go listen to a goat. Sounds just like a goddamn nabbit kid, a goddamn nabbit baby. See? So when they talking about goats, they really talking about kids on the reverse, but at the same time, they're talking about Saturn on another reverse. See how that it gets deep. It gets deep. This is why you hear him say, you hear a person say, "What up, my G?" You ain't even know he was a Freemason that just went over your head. What up, G? I remember back in the day, I'm trying to get G's. Man, I got 7 G's. I got 8 G's. Called what? Grand. What the G stand for? Grand. What is Saturn? The Grand Architect. Let's play with the words, man. Let's play with the words. God dang it. You see? If I take the P off of play, I got lay. See, you gotta lay in it you gotta lay in it in order to play in it. What other words are coming to your mind as you play? Because we about to get into the next thing. I'm just giving you the game. Remember, spell. I take the SP. I take the SP off of spell, and I got L. Who is L? Saturn. We had to go to school and learn spelling. We even had spelling bees. B is the second ring of Saturn. B is also an insect. See? Man, you busted my brain with information. Appreciate you, bro. No problem. Think about this. You ready? The root word of bust is bus. The magic school bus used to go inside a nigga brain and go inside a nigga body and instill information within the kids. Who is the kids that goes to? Man, listen, wait a minute, but we're gonna get back to No Face Ghost. Ghost, that is the name of the character in who? Power. But if I break down the word ghost, I take the G off of ghost and I got host. Didn't they call the angels the heavenly hosts? Don't they call it when you are in the church and you catch the Holy Spirit, they call the Holy Ghost? Holy Ghost is Holly Ghost. Holly Ghost is the holly tree. Holly weird, Hollywood, Saturn. Wait a minute. Host is what a parasite does. A parasite gets in your body and now you become the host of the parasite. So a ghost is what? A ghost is a person who doesn't recognize or doesn't want to transition beyond the veil after death because they feel like they deserve another chance. But no, your body's expired. Your game is over. You got to get either recycled back. You got to go to Saturn and get recycled and get reincarnated back into here to learn your lesson. Or you've already learned your lesson, and when you die, you already know who you are. You already know who the Great Mother is. You already know that you're God, and you moving forward and you moving on. Gotta change my name tag now. Man, listen, everything is in the name. Didn't they tell you there's power in the name of Jesus? Didn't they tell you there's power in the name of Allah? Everything is in the name. Man, every single demonic movie, when they're exercising the demon, they can't exercise the demon unless they know the demon's name. Downloads versus uploads. Downloads versus uploads. Your body is a machine. Your brain is a computer. This is a holographic matrix. Wait a minute. I got another wordplay. See? 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 Machine. What is the root of machine? Well, first root is ma. But what's the second root? Mac. Don't they call your computer a MacBook? Your body is a MacBook. Your body is a machine. Your brain is a computer. www.computer. Wait a minute. Let's break down the word computer. Come put her. Come put her in where? Come put, see? Come put her. Come put her. Because you can go come put her or come put her. Let's go to come put her for come put what? ER. What is ER? Error. What is also her? Remember, a lot of times A lot of time, remember, we want to avoid the H because the H is who? Saturn, man. So understanding how to play with these words. Boom, look at this here. You ready? Nighttime, the time of night. Wait a minute. Isn't time who's the father of time? Hmm. Who is the knight in shining armor? And ain't the knight is a piece on the what? The checkerboard chess that's playing chess? Chess? See? Y'all gotta understand these words we playing with. Am I saying red or am I saying red? Am I saying red the color or red I read the book? Am I saying lead or am I saying lead? Am I saying lead by example or am I saying lead metal? Lead metal, metal lead. Huh? Lead poisoning. Am I saying lead LED lights? Okay. Wait a minute. Am I saying L-E-L or am I saying L, the letter L? Am I saying what? Or am I saying what? Hat. I take the W off for what I got what? Hat. Where does a hat go? On your head. Am I saying head or am I saying he? So the whole English language is spelled, the entirety of the entire human English language. Ready for this kicker? Not just the human English language. The entirety of all language, period, is spells. Spells. Okay? No Face Ghost, you gotta get his book. That'll bust your head open more. Man, the Black Cube Codex. In the Black Cube Codex, I break down the 25 systems. Hold on, let me give you an excerpt page. Speaking of which, I got an excerpt of the Black Cube Codex right here. Boom. Let's go into let's go into this Black Cube Codex because I'm all over the place. And that's how I want my life to be from right now. All over the place. The Black Cube, I gotta get that. Listen here, man. Check this out. This is what I say in the Black Cube, right? Saturn and religion and architecture. You don't worship Saturn by name. You worship him by design. If Saturn revealed himself as Set, Satan, or Kronos in every temple, people would resist. But Saturn doesn't crave open worship. He demands subconscious, what? What did I say right there, y'all? Allegiance. He demands it. He doesn't hide in the sky. He hides in the shapes around you. Now look around you. Look at all the squares around you right now. Look at all the squares around you right now. That's Saturn. Look at your refrigerator, Saturn. Your microwave, Saturn. Your stove, Saturn. Your pantry, Saturn. Look at all of the Saturn. Look at your floors, squares. Look at your walls. Look at everything, square. Look at your air conditioning vent, square, Saturn. So once again, he doesn't hide in the sky. He hides in the shapes around you, in the buildings that you enter. See? This is the game, bro. I can read the rest for you. Hold on, let me read the rest for you. Boom. Then I'll turn it to the side, y'all can see me. Boom. Ready? The boxes that you sit in, the symbols you hold sacred, and the rituals you repeat without knowing why. They got a whole bunch of stuff we do without even knowing why we do it. Saturn. One shape dominates them all, the cube. Let's expose every angle. What is the black cube? The cube is the geometric container of Saturn's power. Woo-hoo, whoopsie. That was a Mortal Kombat. The cube is the container of Saturn's power. Saturn doesn't have power without the cube. Look at my body. My body is squared. See? Cube. Shaped like a cube. I used to always wonder why Ice Cube called himself Ice Cube. right? Wait a minute. I got mine yesterday. I can't stop reading it. Thank you, my fan page. Algorithm got fan page. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hold on. Let me go. Wait. Let me go to the next page. Let me give y'all this smoke. Let me give y'all this work. Okay. A six-faced solid limitation in all three dimensions. A symbol of structure, form, and control. A miniaturized temple, tomb, and trap in one. In metaphysics, the cube represents light into matter. It traps energy in space. It is the opposite of a sphere, which symbolizes flow, unity, and the divine feminine. The cube is Saturn's way of saying, this is as far as you go. You live inside walls. Your spirit stays folded, right? Boom. Number two, the Kaaba in Mecca. Let's get down. Global ritual to Saturn. At the heart of Islam stands a sacred object, the Kaaba, a gigantic black cube. It is covered in a black cloth with gold sigils, circled 7 times during pilgrimage. 7 times represent what, y'all? Them 7 rings of Saturn. Kissed, touched, and revered by millions annually. But why a cube? Why black? Why 7? Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it real quick, right? The Christian cross, when unfolded as a 3D model, becomes a cube. This means the crucifixion is Saturn's ultimate ritual of sacrifice. The altar is a cube of death, suffering, and redemption through pain. Churches are structured with high ceilings like Saturn's temples, filled with squares, checkerboards, and stepped pyramids, reinforced with ritual repetition: sit, kneel, stand, repeat. Even the tomb of Jesus was described as a stone box. When we just talk about that stone, even the tomb of Jesus was described as a stone box. The Christian path, when hijacked by Saturn, becomes obey, suffer, die, maybe ascend later. That's the cube gospel. Wait a minute, y'all. Let's break it down. Freemasons are Saturn's architects, the grand architects. Their tools are the square, Saturn's signature, the compass, boundary marker, the checkered floor, duality within limitation. Every time you open a package, unwrap a box, or use a device, you are engaging in cube consciousness unless you consciously override it. You ready? Let's get it. Wait a minute. Ready? Modern cities are laid out in perfect grids, streets at 90-degree angles, buildings at rectangular blocks, as rectangular blocks. On my block, basically saying on my Saturn, right? Schools, offices, hospitals are all using cube-based layouts. This is not this is not efficiency. It's energetic containment. Saturn's cube design fragments natural energy flow, cuts off sacred geometry of Earth, turns living spaces into ritual chambers. Why do you feel more alive in nature than you do in the city? Because nature is spherical, spiraled, curved. Cities are cubed, squared, boxed. That's Saturn's fingerprint. Remember, nature don't make squares. Nature don't make cubes. You ready? When you die, your body is placed in a coffin, aka a box, lowered into a rectangular pit, a box within a box, covered by a headstone, square marker, remembered by dates, Saturn's timestamp. This is Saturn's final ritual. Even in death, you will remain in my geometry. But your soul, that's where Saturn fails, because only the unawakened stay in the cube. Those who break free of the code dissolve the cube from the inside. Man, that was a mighty that man. This Black Cube Codex don't play, man. My Black Cube Codex don't play, bro. I broke it down on the Black Cube Codex. But getting back into the nitty gritty. Downloads versus uploads. This is how you know that your body is a machine and your brain is a computer. Why? Because how many people you heard in this year alone say, "Hey, I just got a download"? Or how many times have you said, I'm getting a download"? Where's the download coming from? If you're receiving a download, that means something is coming down from above into you. As above, so below, right? So if something is coming from above down into you, where is it coming from? Because the downloads can come from different places. The downloads can come from different places. Most of the downloads come from, number one, most of the downloads come from the sun. Most of the downloads you receive come from the sun, whether you know it or not. When you walk into the sun and the beam of light hits you, that's a download in itself. You might not get the download until an hour or two later, but you walking into the sun, that was the download, or the beginning of the download. But here we go. Who receives the upload? Because the sun gives you downloads. But when you get the download and you do what the download tells you to do, that is you uploading. Who receives the upload? The great grand holy motherboard. So the sun, the great father, gives you the download. You receive the signal. Your skin gets darker for certain people, right? You take the download, you process the download, and then you use the download for your benefit. And the actions that you complete upon a download gets re-uploaded back into the motherboard. This is how downloads and uploads work. Downloads come in many forms. Majority of downloads come in the form of intuition. You ever heard somebody say, "I don't know why, but something just told me to do it"? Download. I'll repeat it again. You ever heard somebody say, "I don't know why, but something just told me to do this"? That was the download right there. And when you did it, you uploaded the download. So the great grand holy father beams the download into you. You are the interface. You take what the great grand holy father Ra, the sun, give you, and you do what? You act it out. And when you act it out, that action reverberates into who? The motherboard, the universe. The universe motherboard then does what? Gives it back to the suns, and the suns use that energy, use that data, and gives it back to you. And it's a cycle. Sun, you, motherboard. Sun, you, motherboard. Boop, 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 boop. And it's called what? The circle of life. You can see the circle right here. See that purple circle? See? Keep them squares out the circle. See how they got this circle? Yeah. That's the cipher. Download versus upload. That's how simple downloads and uploads are. A lot of people make things complicated. No, it's very simple. The downloads come from the sun. You either do two things. You act on the download or you save the download for later. If you act on the download, that's you re-uploading it. That's you re-uploading your actions and your interpretation and your data. Your interpretation of the data that the sun give you, you're re-uploading that, and that goes into the universe, and the universe is the motherboard, great grand holy mother. Great grand holy mother then recalibrates and processes the information so that she can give you your heart's desire. She can give you what you worked hard for. She can give you what you deserve. But if you can't recognize that you even received the download, why should she give you anything? She shouldn't give you anything. She should just keep giving you more of the same, right? So a lot of people you see, they get more of the same and more of the same and more of the same and more of the same. Why? Because they don't recognize when they're receiving downloads to act upon them and give it back to the universe and re-upload it back into the universe. Come on. This, you see YouTube videos. YouTube videos are upload. But a lot of people upload YouTube video because they received a download. They received a download. They say, "Ooh, I'm about to turn this into a YouTube video." And then they upload the YouTube video and you receive the download. And then when you receive the download, if you're smart, you go and act it out in your life. And you send that signal back to the motherboard, and the motherboard will say, "Okay, I see you smart. Okay, I see you listen." Remember how DJ Khaled used to tell a female that? You smart. This is how the game goes. This is how the game goes. Downloads versus uploads. Okay? Why are downloads and uploads so important? Because, hold on, let me get, man, these pistachios are getting kind of good. Y'all got y'all nuts with y'all? I hope you brought your nuts. No homo. I hope you brought your nuts. Because these daddies are good. Go Google the benefits of pistachios. My goodness. You're going to be eating them every day. So let's get it. All right? Why is downloads and uploads so important? The reason why downloads and uploads are so important, because your body is a machine and your brain is a computer, and it is the only true means of communication that you have with the motherboard. And so if Great Grand Holy Mother is the motherboard, then what is the sun? The sun is the central processing unit. The sun is the central processor. So you have the motherboard. You have the motherboard as the Great Grand Holy Mother, Sacred Divine Feminine, but then you have the central, the CPU, right? The central, that micro core processor. What's the processor? The processor is the sun. You feel me? The processor is the sun. So understanding when the sun literally hits you, it literally is downloading information into your machine. Your body is a machine. And your brain then takes the information that your machine receives and what? Processes it. Your brain is the computer. Your body is the machine, your brain is the computer, and guess what? Ready for the kicker? Your spirit and your soul is the person sitting at the computer. So your body is the frame and the computer frame. Your brain is the computer. Your brain is the computer insides. And your soul is the one sitting at the computer that's typing and surfing the web. The web. The WWW. The World Wide Web. So is sun gazing good? Sun gazing is great. Sun gazing is great. Ready for the kicker? Gazing at anything, gazing at anything life-giving or gazing at anything positive is great. As a matter of fact, speaking of gaze, who wants to light code activate? I brought this just in case y'all want to do it. So I created this sigil. This sigil is to help abundance flow in your life. It is literally called abundance flowing in. And I created this exercise called light code activation. And light code activation is using your power of gazing. And so if you guys put it in the chat right now, if you guys want to do the light code activation, if you want to do the light code activation, I will put it up. All you got to do is follow the instructions, gaze at the sigil, just like the instructions tell you to do. And I'm about to show you right now how good and why gazing is very, very, very good. No Fish Ghost said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had a euphoric experience when I first sun gazed. My life, I was completely sober. We ready? All right, y'all ready? So here we go. Let's do it, y'all. I'm about to put it on the screen right now. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a go.
Disclaimer. By engaging with this energy work, you may experience uplifting sensations including euphoria, peace, relaxation, warmth or coolness, tranquility, joy, and excitement. Temporary physical effects may also occur, such as mild eye irritation, burning or watering. The perception of electromagnetic energy, dehydration. It is advised to have water readily available, yawning, burping, or drowsiness. These responses are all normal and indicate energetic alignment is taking place. How to light code activate. 1. Position the sigil at arm's length from your face. 2. Open your eyes as wide as possible and stare at the image for at least 10 seconds or more. 3. Once you feel your eyes wanting to close your eyes and allow the sigil to fade into the back of your mind. 4. When the sigil disappears from your mind, take a deep breath, open your eyes, then move on to the next sigil. Now that you've learned how to activate the sigils, let's begin.
Okay, how was that? Did everybody get it? If you didn't get it, let me know, and I'll do it one more time for you. Let me know if you didn't get it, and I'll do it one more time for you. So remember, it tells you to hold the phone arm's length away from your face. Then you're going to open your eyes wide as possible, and you're going to gaze at the sigil for at least 10 seconds, or 10 seconds, or if you feel like your eyes need to close your eyes. And then after that, let it fade to the back of your mind and do it again. And you should feel the sensations of it while you're gazing. Gaze at it hard. Did you feel the sensations of the download? Who felt the sensations of the download when they gazed at the sigil? Now, if y'all guys want me to do this, I will bring you more money magic sigils for you to light code activate, so you guys can start manifesting wealth, health, and abundance in your life. And that's just free of charge, bro. I always started this business doing free stuff. No face ghost. You said you gazed at it hard. What happened when you gazed at it hard? You might need to do it again. So once again, when you do it, it's going to be arm's length away from your face. All right? Boom. It's going to be arm's length away from your face. I'm going to give it to y'all again. Since this is our first time doing it, I'm going to give it to you again. So remember, your eyes wanted to close. When your eyes want to close them. And do it for 10 you're going to do it for 10 seconds or until your eyes want to close. When your eyes want to close them. And then when your eyes close them, count to 1, 2, 3, and then open them back up and do the next one. It's 2 sigils. It's going to bring abundance. Trust me, you're going to start noticing the abundance coming because you're going to start saying, damn, I got more than enough of this. I got more than enough of that. That shit really does work. Don't look for just no big old stupid check to fall out the sky. But look for you having enough or more than enough of whatever that is, whatever it is in life you need or have or want. Right? So here we go again. I'm about to do it again. I'm about to do a countdown. So remember, hold the arm's length away from your face, just like right here. Open your eyes wide. Stare at the middle of the sigil. Let the energy download into your body while you're staring at the sigil. After the energy downloads into your body after staring at the sigil, and if you feel like your eyes want to close your eyes. If your eyes don't want to close or feel like the eyes don't want to close, don't worry. Just count to 10 in your head. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop. And do it like that. Just like the movie Hellraiser. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I do know about light code activation. And I got this exercise. We used to do this exercise back in my day in the back of the newspaper when they used to have a black and white checkerboard in the back of the newspaper, and they tell us to stare at the black and white checkerboard and an image will pop up. Well, this is the same concept, except for you will activate abundance flowing into your life. The only difference. So I'm about to do it again right now. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a
Disclaimer.
go.
By engaging with this energy work, you may experience uplifting sensations including euphoria, peace, relaxation, warmth or coolness, tranquility, joy, and excitement. Temporary physical effects may also occur, such as mild eye irritation, burning or watering. The perception of electromagnetic energy, dehydration. It is advised to have water readily available, yawning, burping, or drowsiness. These responses are all normal and indicate energetic alignment is taking place. How to light code activate. 1. Position the sigil at arm's length from your face. 2. Open your eyes as wide as possible and stare at the image for at least 10 seconds or more. 3. Once you feel your eyes wanting to close your eyes and allow the sigil to fade into the back of your mind. 4. When the sigil disappears from your mind, take a deep breath, open your eyes, then move on to the next sigil. Now that you've learned how to activate the sigils, let's begin.
All right. Boom. Now what you're going to do is that right there, what you just received was a download, right? When the abundance start flowing in your life, make sure you re-upload that abundance back into the universe so the universe can feed the abundance loop to the sun, and the sun can re-project light of abundance back into your life. See how it go? You downloaded abundance, uploaded abundance, abundance came back around to you. But you can't be abundant thinking with a lack scarcity mind state. You gotta know that you paid. Remember they told y'all, fake it till you make it. You gotta make sure, but fake it till you make it does it a dissatisfaction. Because you can't just fake it till you make it, because it's not fake. It's real. The abundance is waiting on you. The money is waiting on you. You have to shift yourself to the timeline that the abundance and the money is waiting on you on. And the way you do that, I don't say fake it till you make it. Act it until you make it. Okay? Yes, when I close my eyes, I can still see the image. That boom, light code activated. Now, it's not really fake it until you make it. It's really acted until you make it. Let's say, look at it like a race, a 100-meter dash. You're at the beginning of the race. You're at the beginning, right? In order for you to get to the finish line, you got to run toward the finish line, right? But just because you're running don't mean you're going to make it to the finish line. Anything can happen. You can stop, fall, all these type of things can happen while running toward the finish line, right? So what you got to do, you got to have a focus and you got to zero in on the finish line and get in that zone and run and black out to the finish line. But that's the same thing with your abundance. That's the same thing with your goals. That's the same thing with your dreams. You gotta act it out. Oh yeah, you want to be a millionaire? Do you act like a millionaire? Oh yeah, you want $100,000? Do you act like a person that has $100,000 in their bank account? Do you? Do you? Because people who got 100 bands in their bank account act a certain way. How they act, Shaka? How do they act like me? They act like me. Not a care in the world. Why? Because you know you got it. Because you know you lit. You see how they go? So it's really not faking until you make it. It's acted until it's acted until you become it. Not fake it until you make it. Act it until you become it. So you want a high bank account? Act like you got a high bank account before it ever comes. That means when somebody asks you, let's say somebody asks you, can I borrow $50? And you ain't got the money. The abundant mindset says, hey, you ready for the kicker? This is how the universe works. Somebody asks for $50 from you. Not act as if. Don't act as if. Act like it for real. It's really there. All you have to do is act it out. You ready for it? Here you go. I'm gonna show you how that works. Somebody called Sean Harris. Yo, Sean, loan me $50. Sean ain't got the 50. But Sean says this. I got you covered. I'm busy right now. Let me handle a few things, and I'll get that $50 to you as soon as possible. Boop, you just activated $50. You just activated more than $50. Why? Because not only is the universe going to give you the $50 to loan to the person that asked for it, but it's also probably going to give you 50, 100, 200, however many $100, so that you can know what it feels like to manifest abundance, to attract abundance into your life, but you have to act it out. If you nigga call you, yo, Sean, can I borrow 50? Oh man, I ain't got it right now. Now you just uploaded that into the universe. Universe just said Sean ain't got it right now. Universe gonna feed that to the sun. The sun gonna beam down another download where Sean ain't got it right now. The sun gonna beam down another Sean down. Matter of fact, the sun ain't gonna even beam it down. It's gonna be a cloudy sky, and Sean ain't gonna even be able to get the download, and he ain't got it right now. Probably start raining or some crazy shit, right? But if motherfucker call Sean, yo, Sean, bro, yo, Sean, you the only person I could call, man. I need $100. Let's say Sean got $100. And he really don't, it ain't really unnecessary. It ain't really a necessary need, you know. Let's say you got the $100 and you say, oh no, man, I ain't got it right now. Guarantee you something gonna come up to make you spend that $100 because you didn't want to freely, abundantly give it. But let's say you got $100 in your bank account, nigga call you and say, hey man, I need 50. And you're like, no problem, man, here you go. And you say, no problem, man, here you go. I don't even want it back. I'm looking for the universe to bless me. Watch how quick the universe bless you. Watch how quick the universe bless you. Y'all, why? Because you just went into the abundant mind state. See, the mind state of lack says, this is my last $50. I don't want to get this up. The lack mind state says, this is my last $100. I don't want to get that up. The abundant mind state says, what? I spend a check and get it right back. See, that's the one thing the hip hop culture should have taught everybody. That the hip hop culture is one big gargantuan affirmation station. They got some rappers. Look at all the rappers that rap about money. Them niggas got the money. Look at all the rappers that rap about the tools and the da 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 da, and they going to jail or dead. Look at all the rappers that rap about trapping and fly shit, and they trapping with the fly shit. You feel me? Understand they're acting, man. Listen, before Cash Money was ever really millionaires, them dudes was acting out a lot of that stuff. Not all of it. I'm not saying they wasn't sitting on big hundreds of thousands, but they wasn't sitting on multi-millions. But they were still able to do things that made it look like they were sitting on multi-millions, and then they became what? The Cash Money Millionaires. They was calling themselves the Cash Money Millionaires for a while. Look at Jay-Z. How often Jay-Z raps about money? All the time. He's a billionaire. Look at Baby and Wayne. Baby and Wayne already rapping about money, and they got all the money. Drake. Don't want me to give y'all. They don't want me to give y'all that abundant. They don't want me to give y'all that abundant cheat code. They don't want me to give y'all that abundance cheat code, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Anyway, so acting it out. I'm gonna show you another thing. Right, I'm gonna show you another thing. Boom. Just showing you how to download and upload. You're trying to heal your body of whatever ailment, right? You're trying to heal your body of whatever ailment. Let's say you got sickle cell anemia. And sickle cell anemia is plaguing you. And the doctor told you that you can't never heal from sickle cell anemia, but you believe different. You believe that you can heal yourself from sickle cell anemia, right? And you scrolling up the timeline. And somebody said, yeah, if you do this method, you can heal sickle cell anemia. If you don't go and try what they said do with discipline, you just robbed yourself of the download that the universe gave you. Universe, you just uploaded into the universe. Universe, I want to heal myself of sickle cell anemia. Universe, beam down the information. You on your timeline scrolling And a natural holistic healer say, I got the cure for your sickle cell anemia. All you got to do is this, or all you got to buy is this. And boom, it drops in your lap. But look what you start saying. Man, that nigga lying. That nigga ain't got the cure to sickle cell anemia. Man, that nigga lying. That nigga ain't got the da-da-da-da-da. Man, that nigga lying. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You don't, the universe says, you know what? I'm not about to send no more cures for sickle cell anemia your way because you asked for the cure for sickle cell anemia. I gave it to you in the form of a download on your timeline and you ignored it. Or you say some shit like, man, he got the cure to sickle cell anemia, but that shit too expensive. You asked for the cure for sickle cell anemia, gave it to the universe and uploaded it into the universe. Universe beamed it back down to your timeline and you talking about it's too expensive. You better go take out a fucking loan, stupid. You feel me? You better go take out a loan and say, hey, I got my wooty woo amount of money ready. I'm ready to heal myself of sickle cell anemia. This is how act it until you become it works. Act it until you become it. This is how it works. Okay? So I just explained uploads and downloads. Is there any questions? If you have any questions concerning uploads, downloads, any of that, just let me know and I'm gonna get it back. And we're gonna get it back like we never left something. Boom. Reality. This is important. Your wordplay, the uploads and downloads are important to your reality. Your wordplay, the way you download, the way you receive downloads and uploads are the foundation of your reality. Now let's break down reality. RE means repeat. Reality is constantly on repeat. REAL. Reality is constantly real. I don't care if it's REEL or REAL. A real is 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 a real, just keeping it real. Now, you'll get on your reel and start scrolling, not realizing that those reels lies. Realizing that real lies, wait a minute, real lies, yes, real is a lie. I'm about to show you how. Let's break down the word reality. 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 The only thing that makes reality really real is the I. I removed the I from reality and I got the word realty. There go the wordplay. There go the wordplay. I removed the I from reality. Who is the I? The I is my soul. The eyes are the windows to the soul, and your third eye is your soul, right? If I remove my third eye, am I saying I or am I saying the letter I? It doesn't matter. The mind can't distinguish between which I you're talking about. The mind only know that the I is 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 the I. Okay? So now, reality. If you remove the I from reality, you got realty. What is realty? Realty is what? Real estate, land. Real estate, land development. The only thing that makes a house really a house, the only thing that makes a house really a home is not the land that it's on. It's the soul that lives in the house that makes the house a home. The soul living in the house makes the house a home. Okay? So, in reality, reality is really not real because the only thing that makes reality real is the I, you, the soul, the human being. If you're not in the equation, reality is just realty, real estate. And real estate means nothing without a human being to develop the real estate. Real estate means nothing without a human being to sell the real estate. And real estate means nothing without a human being to buy the real estate. And real estate means nothing without a human being to inhabit the properties. You see? Why do you think that's the main thing on Monopoly? The main purpose of Monopoly is gathering properties. They showed you this when we was young. That the main part of Monopoly is gathering properties. If you don't own no properties, then you ain't playing Monopoly. Monopoly's whole goal is to gather property. That's where the real wealth at. Not no crypto, not none of that shit. You got land, they can't never take that from you. You got land, they can't never steal it from you. You feel me? So understanding that realty, that reality is nothing but, ready? They call it digital real estate. Reality is holographic real estate because this is not just digital. We're holographic. This is a holographic cube, matrix cube. So the earth round and flat. The earth is a cube. The earth is a cube, prison planet, rotating, spinning. As the Saturn moon matrix wills it. But you have the power to bend reality. You have the power to break reality. You have the power to do what? You have the power to defy reality. Why? Because you are the I that makes reality reality. Without I, it's only realty. It's only a piece of land, and they got plenty of land as far as the eye can see. In my father's house, there are many mansions. It's nothing. It's nothing. So there is no such thing as reality without you. If you are not there, it is not a reality. It is only real estate. It is only realty, holographic real estate. Any questions on reality? So let's get into, so remember, so now we're about to get into it. The act it until you become it is how you recreate your reality from Saturn's set reality that he meant for you from the first place. So for instance, if you live in the slums, I'm talking to, because let me get this clear. Let me get this clear to you. I come from homelessness. I come from like poverty. I come from food stamps, wealth, wealth, all of those government handout bull crap that keeps you below the poverty line and keeps you poor. I come from blue collar working on a garbage truck. Come from blue collar working at Wendy's, McDonald's. I come from blue collar working cleaning up debris at construction sites. I come from being on a block toting a Glock selling rocks, stealing cars, living an impoverished living. The only reason why people steal cars because they broke. You ain't seen no rich niggas stealing no cars. Only reason why motherfucking girls strip naked on the pole is because they broke and they want the money. You don't see no rich girl saying, I want to be a stripper. Show me one rich girl whose parents was, and she was born into riches, and she forsake those riches to go slide down a pole so men could give her money in her stuff, money in her coochie. Show me. So we know that sex work and all of these things are impoverished. Crime, sex work, and all of these other things are impoverished poverty situations. And from poverty situations come these negative situations, right? So I come from that world. And how, ready for this? I come from that world, but my house, $500,000 house. How did I go from homeless, impoverished, living like a hooligan, to a natural holistic healer, an author, a spiritual guru, the greatest magician that this world has ever seen, a YouTube influencer, an Instagram influencer, a marketer and a promoter, a wonderful husband and father, dad, right? How did I go from being on the corner on the block slinging rocks to being in your face, giving you the laws of the universal laws, the laws of attraction, the laws of spirituality, just all of the laws, period. How was I able to do that? How was I able to do that? Because I acted until I became it. Before I ever became Chakra Doctor, I was acting like Chakra Doctor. Before I ever got the trademark, I was acting like Chakra Doctor. Before I ever got the business, I was acting like Chakra Doctor. Before I ever got the logo, before I ever got the website, before I ever got my first product or service, I was calling myself and acting like Chakra Doctor. When I answered the phone, Chakra Doctor, how may I help you? And I acted until I became it. You know how I became a great father? Because I was a great stepfather to all my relationships before I really became a father. I acted until I became it. See? And the same tactics that I use in the street, I use for positive stuff. The same thing, the same mind fucks that I use to sell drugs, I use them now to sell miracle food, miracle tea, Black Cube Codex, algorithms, books, products, services, so on and so forth. This is why I keep telling you, become a spiritual gangster. Stop throwing away your old self when you become the new self. No, incorporate the old shit from the old self into the new self and make the light mix with the darkness and become the perfect yin yang frequency. Okay? Because this frequency will paint your new reality. And you can build your new reality from scratch, but you gotta go to my 10 commandments. You gotta do what? Number one, what's the first commandment, y'all? Let me see who remember the 10 commandments. What's the first commandment? I'm about to eat me a pistachio. If somebody let me see if somebody can tell me what the first commandment. What is the first commandment? The first commandment of life. In order for you to really make it out of your situation, what is the first commandment? Does anybody remember? If you don't, just say you don't remember. I'm not gonna hate on you. I'm not gonna be mad at you. Just say you don't remember, and I'll tell y'all. The first commandment. Let me see if y'all can remember it. Oh, QU. QU just said it. QU just said it. Think positive. When I was on the when I was selling drugs and doing drugs, I used to look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what? You know what, right? I'm looking at the old me. I used to look in the mirror and say this. I'm looking at the old me. And I used to say, why are you the old me? Because the new me will never, ever, 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 ever do this again. I used to sit in my backyard and say the mantra, no fear, no doubt, no indecisions, no excuses. My life is my fault. I am fully accountable. I used to say, I am happy, healthy, wealthy, rich. Happy, healthy, wealthy, rich. Happy, healthy, wealthy, rich. And I still didn't get to the riches that I really, 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 really see myself having, but I still was able to manifest myself out of poverty for it. So I come from the true trenches. If if I can make it out of the trenches, if I can make it out the trenches, then so can you. Because everybody got a trenches that they're in. You don't gotta, just because you live in a gated neighborhood don't mean you ain't living in the trenches. You could be living in the trenches of a lack mind state. You could be living in the trenches of abuse. You could be living in the trenches of depression. You could be living in the trenches of anxiety. You could be living in the trenches of chronic ailments. You could be living in the trenches of debt, right? You could be living in, there are plenty Mariana trenches. Which trench are you living in? In order for you to make it out of any one of those trenches, you got to do the first commandment. Think positive. I can do all things through the God that strengthens me. Why? Because I am the God that strengthens me. Uh-oh. Now you opening up. Now what you uploading to the universe? Uploading to the universe, motherboard says, no face ghost thinks he's God. Let me send him a download to see if he recognizes he's really God. QU thinks he's God. Let me send him a download to see if he thinks that he's really God. And if you recognize the signs, and if you recognize what the universe sends you when you call yourself God, and you say, that's some godly stuff right there. Let me take that advantage of that. You then grab the download, process it, and re-upload it. And the universe says, QU knows that he's God. Let me send him a download and a reward. And the download and the reward trickles down, right? Download and the reward trickles down in the form of what? Health, wealth, abundance, love, desire, faith, sex, romance, enthusiasm, hope, all of the major positive emotions. But if you don't know how to recognize the download when it comes, then you will upload the wrong upload into the motherboard, and the motherboard will process that upload, give it to the sun, and beam down the wrong reality that you want for yourself because you don't even know how to play with the words. You don't know how to play with the words. But the words are swords, and the word is God. In the beginning, it was the word, and the word is God. And hold on, sorry. In the beginning, it was the word, and the word was God, and the word was with God. So the word is God. This is why Jesus said, nay, I came not to bring peace. I came to bring a sword, because you take the S off a sword and put it at the end. It says words, and words cut. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will help. But words will hurt you too. Other people's words, if you're around negative individuals and they're constantly speaking negative words around you, that shit will hurt you. If you're speaking constant negative words to yourself, that shit will hurt you. If you're speaking negative words to others, that shit will hurt you. Sticks and stones will break your bones, and words will get you fucked up. Sticks and stones will break your bones, and words will get you messed up, or words will get you blessed up. Ooh. And in order to get blessed up, you gotta be less. You gotta be less. Sometimes less is more. That's why my sons got them G's. That's why my sons got them M's in their Gmail. See? Sometimes less is more. Okay? So understanding this property, then you can understand how not to sell your soul. No, your words aren't weapons. No. No. The words aren't weapons. A weapon is something that is used to defend yourself with. A weapon is something that is used to infringe upon somebody's infringe upon somebody's space with. A weapon is used to harm something, to either defend that which is being harmed, or to offend and harm something and turn it into a victim. Our words aren't weapons. Guess what our words are? Our words are tools. Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Our words are tools. Tools can break. I can take the tools and break down the cabinets, or I can take the tools and build up the cabinets. I can take the tools and break down the car, or I can take the tools and build up the car. Tools, not weapons. But wait a minute, you ready for the kicker? Ready for the kicker? Certain tools are misused as weapons. I done seen niggas get stabbed with screwdrivers. I done seen motherfuckers get stabbed with a screwdriver. How many people you know done got killed with a hammer? How many times you done seen motherfuckers get murdered with a tool? See? And what is a tool spelled backwards, y'all? Let's go. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Tool spelled backwards. Tool, Tool spelled backwards is what? Here go the wordplay. Here go the wordplay. Here go the wordplay. What is a tool spelled backwards? Come on, I'm about to give you some revelation. I'm about to give you some guidance. Loot. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. So if you properly use your tool, you will automatically receive the loot. Receive the loot. Whether you looting, whether you're looting, whether you're looting a jewelry store, whether you're looting the Nike store, if you properly use your tools, you will receive the loot. And nobody can do any looting without any tools. You just can't walk into the Nike store and loot it. The door's locked. What they had to do? They had to use the tool and bust the Nike factory open and loot that bitch. That's what you got to do in the universe. You got to properly use your tools so the universe can give you the loot. Once the universe gives you the loot, then guess what? Now you're operating in what? You're operating in the realm of abundance. And things will just come to you when you need them. That's true abundance. Operating in true abundance is not looking at the bank account and saying, oh man, I'm not abundant, I only got $100. No. Operating in true abundance means that even though you got $100, you know that all is well and all will be good because what? Because everything you need is right. Sorry. Everything you need is right at your disposal. When you're operating in the mindset of abundance, you don't care about spending your last because you know it's not your last. A person that's operating in a lack mind state, they care. Oh, this is my last, this is my last, this is my last. Shit, it is never my last. I am infinitely abundant. It is never my last. It is more where that came from. A lot more where that came from, to be exact. Man, y'all get y'all some miracle tea. Does about it good. So, with that being said, I got one more. Let me see. Selling your soul in God we trust. Boom, here we go. Now that you know that your wordplay determines your download, determines your wordplay is your upload, and your upload determines your download, right? Your downloads determine your reality, correct? Right? And we know your reality ain't shit without you in it, correct? Right? Now that you know this, you can properly sell your soul to that which you choose to sell your soul to. Because we sell our souls every day, but we don't understand that we are improperly selling our soul. For instance, here we go, selling your soul. You got the dollar. Whether that dollar is in your cash app, whether that dollar is in your bank account, whether that dollar is on your debit card, whether that dollar is an actual physical dollar in your hand, it's all a doll. It's all a doll, the voodoo doll. The dolls are. The dolls are in circulation. Remember, circulate, right? Wait a minute. So here we go. Selling your soul. Selling your soul is simple is as simple as this. You sitting on the couch watching Love and Hip Hop. You selling your soul to Saturn. Almost damn near everything we do is a form of mechanism of selling our soul to Saturn. So how do we break free and start selling our souls to ourselves? How do we start easy? You ready? This is how you sell your soul to yourself. You sell your soul to yourself through self-improvement. If you're using that dollar to improve yourself, you didn't sell your soul to Saturn. You sold your soul to you. That's the equivalent of you buying your own products. Ooh. When you improve yourself, this is the equivalent of buying your own products and services. I don't trust nobody who sells some shit that they don't use on a daily basis on their own. What you sell? You sell Himalayan pink salt? Do you eat it? Oh shit! You sell sea moss? Do you use it? You sell clothes? Do you wear them? You sell miracle tea? Do you drink it? I bet you by golly, while I sure the fuck do. Bet you by golly, while I sure in the heck do. Okay, so understand this. You ready for this? Here we go. In God we trust. On that rectangle, that God on the dollar is who? Satan, Saturn. Now, we're taking Satan's dollar, and then that's a cube, and then we're walking into Satan's establishments, which are cubes, and then we're buying Satan's products, which are packaged in cubes. Then we're eating Satan's processed foods. And after we eat Satan's processed foods, we're going to go look at Satan's TV and watch Satan's uh, negative TV shows. Then while we're watching Satan's negative TV shows, a negative commercial gonna come on there. Do you suffer from mesothelioma? Da 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 da. Woody woody woo. Please call the law offices of Norman Mopsic to make. We help injured people. We get results. Yeah, all these different negative commercials that you think are there to help you. And 24 hours go by in a day, and you didn't sell your soul to yourself, not in one way. Why? Because you didn't actively set your intent to improve yourself. I'm about to actively set my intent, improve myself, and read this book. I'm about to actively set my intent, improve myself, do some exercise. I'm about to actively set my intent, improve myself, go on a fast, do a drastic change in diet. I'm about to actively set my intent, improve myself, and do me some algorithm, do me some magic. I'm about to actively set my intent, improve myself, and make amends with my family members, make amends with people who I'm beefing with, because that beef is blocking my ready? That beef is blocking my abundance arteries. See? You got to get rid of the beef. You got to detox from the negativity in order to manifest abundance, because abundance don't come to negative people. Even listen, and y'all think abundance is being rich. No, abundance simply is having everything that you need, right? Having everything that you need in a surplus in a surplus manner. You ain't never gotta you ain't never gotta worry about your bills being paid. They paid. You ain't never gotta worry about none of these things because they're on point. You're on point. Hey Whitney, what's going on? Hi, Chakra Doctor. Ain't seen you in a long time. Oh, now I've been around, man. I've been around. I've been around. You just ain't been looking for me. I just had to I had to do a genie in a bottle and make my appearance. Bop. Right? So understanding what does it mean in God we trust. So in God we trust is on the dollar. Then in God we trust is when you go into the when you go into the when you go into the church. Then you go into the courthouse, you got to put your hand on the Bible. In God we trust. Huh? Wait a minute. You say Hachu. God bless you. That's in God we trust. You are selling your soul to Saturn in so many ways. How do you break free from that? By consciously setting the bar to improve yourself. And when you improve your mind, when you improve your spirit, when you improve your body, when you improve your emotions, you are, and what's the best way? Hold up. Any one of those levels, body, mind, emotions, spirit. What's the best method of improvement? What is the best method of improvement? Whether it's your body, whether it's your mind, whether it's your spirit, whether it's your emotion. What is the best method of improvement? I'll tell you because I ain't got time for y'all. I ain't got time to wait. The best method of improvement is detox, cleanse, clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And if you're going to claim your righteousness as a living melanated God, you're going to have to get clean. You're going to have to get clean. Clean from what? Clean from the negative foods that you eating and the processed food that you eating. Cleanse yourself from all of the negative TV shows that you watching and all of the negative timelines that you scrolling on. Cleanse yourself from all of the negative emotions that you holding on to and all of the negative emotions that you experiencing and embodying and feeling. Cleanse yourself from all of the negative things that you just let fly in your life on a daily basis and you don't do nothing proactively to cleanse them out of your body. But cleanliness is next to God. And your room dirty? Clean your dirty ass room, you little dirty mother. Your car dirty? Your car dirty and got dirt all over the place? That's a representation of your mindset, your emotions, and your spirit. Clean your goddamn nabbit car so you can have some flow. Your floor dirty? Clean it. Your kids dirty? Clean it. Your house dirty? Clean it. Go take you some methylfolate and clean the whole house. Go take you some MF drops off of TikTok and clean the whole house, man. Whatever you got to do, the best method of self-improvement has been and always will be cleansing. When you are reading a book, you are cleansing your mind of all of the false information that you learned and have to unlearn. When you are exercising, you are cleansing your cells and cleansing your body of all of the stagnant energy that is just locked up within your body. When you are detoxing and cleansing your body from the within and doing a detox, you are cleansing all of those negative processed food particles that you used when you were. What if your wife dirty? Clean that bitch, man. If your wife is dirty, you need to clean that bitch. You need to tell her, babe, you need to take a bath. You dirty. If your wife got a dirty mind, that might be good for you. She be sucking and swallowing and doing all kind of stuff. But I'm saying, if your wife dirty, clean that bitch. Grab that bitch and put her in the shower. Grab her and put her in the water. If her insides is dirty and got all her pussy funk, nigga, cleanse the insides. Put her on a detox. Make her get some miracle food, some miracle tea. Make her go on an inside cleanse, man. But you can't cleanse your wife if you know why she don't listen? Because there's something wrong with you. It's something wrong with you. There's somewhere in life where you're fucking up at. Maybe you are preaching, maybe you aren't practicing what you preach. Maybe you say you're not a man of your word. Maybe you've done some negative things in the past and she's holding it against you. She don't got to do it with you. See, that's the problem. See, that's what you're messing. I told you that's what you're messing up at. You're trying to improve and she's not doing it with you. Why you need a fucking fall partner to improve? Whether your wife is improving or not, that should never impede upon your improvement as a man, because you are the man and the head of household. And if you do it long enough, guess what's going to happen? If you do it long enough, guess what's going to happen? She's going to start copying off you eventually. Why? Because she's going to start seeing the results of your improvement. But if you're trying to improve and you don't have consistency and you don't have discipline, you don't have the discipline to tell her, no, I'm not going out to the restaurant. I'm improving myself. No, I'm not about to watch Netflix. I'm improving myself. No, I'm not about to go take walks in the park. I'm about to improve myself. Or we do go take a walk in the park. I'm about to take a walk in the park and we're about to silently walk while I read a book while I'm walking with you. Okay, wait a minute. You don't have the discipline to tell your wife no. Of course she is not going to listen to you because you don't have the discipline to tell your wife no. You don't have the discipline to put your finger in your wife's face and say, bitch, stop playing with me. See? That's the difference. That's what's wrong with you niggas. That's why these females cheat on y'all. That's why these females do everything to y'all. Because y'all don't know how to just get in your wife's face and say, stop playing with me. I'm the man. I run this. Now suck my dick. See? Sorry for the vulgar language. Right? So modest. So modest. Well, leave her as the... Wait a minute. Where'd they go? I ain't tell you to leave her, bro. If she's a good woman, don't leave her. If she's a good woman, improve yourself and show her your self-improvement, and she will follow suit. And if she's the woman for you, she will follow suit and improve herself. And if she's not the woman for you, she will leave. I don't never get rid of no bitches. I don't never get rid of no. A bitch gotta leave me. I ain't never. A bitch gotta leave me. I don't get rid of no bitch. The only way I get rid of a bitch is if she's impeding upon my growth. If she's impeding upon my growth, then I'll get rid of her. But I'll never get rid of no. Never get rid of no good female. I'll never get rid of no good female or potentially good female. Why? Because at the end of the day, true love and good females are hard to find. Even though females come a dime a dozen and there's plenty of fish in the sea, how many good fish are there in the sea? A lot of fish are tilapia, lab-grown fish. You do what all day long, Chakra? Oh yeah, then leave the bitch alone. If you got an unruly wife, it's time for you to get a divorce. Why? You afraid to divorce that bitch? You afraid to leave the bitch alone when your life gonna fall apart if the bitch don't motherfucking love you no more? Your life gonna fall apart if you divorce the bitch? What, you scared to leave the bitch alone? That's what's wrong with you niggas now. Y'all scared to leave these females high and dry with their pussy in the fucking sky, nigga. That's what's wrong with you niggas now. You niggas don't know how to leave a bitch alone. You niggas don't know how to go leave this bitch alone and go get 5 more bitches where that came from. Yeah, she's stopping your growth. Leave her alone. That's what happened with me and my ex-wife. My ex-wife was stopping my growth. Snap. I did everything I could to get that bitch to leave me alone. She finally left me alone, and my growth, and I've been growing ever since. You feel me? And I've been growing ever since. Or Algorithm Guy fan page. Algorithm Guy fan page just told y'all something. You better get you some algorithms or something. You get you some algorithms, you can get that shit under control. You feel me? Shit. You better go get 5. You better leave her alone and go get 5. Leave her alone and become a bachelor. Get your body right so females can lust off you when they see you. When they see you, they're gonna see, ooh, he fine. Get your body right. Get your mind right. So when they see you fine and they approach you, you know how to properly court. You know how to properly game them. You know how to properly teach them because your mind is improved. A woman don't want no man that can't teach her nothing. Right? Get your emotions in check. So when women do those little tests, nah, you ain't got all my algorithms for me. Hell no. I would know who you are. No, you know how many algorithms there are, bro? There are over 200, there are over 300 algorithms. Just because you got 1 or 2 or 3 algorithms don't mean, nigga, what you think them motherfuckers got an eternal lifespan or something? Anything you use get used. You got to get new tires on your car for riding the car too much. What make you think you ain't got to re-up on the algorithm? That's crazy, right? Boom. So analyze this. You got to improve your mind so that you can properly court the female and keep the female interested because you got the mind to upgrade the female. You got to have the proper emotions so that when females do little knick-knack, paddywhack, aggravating, feminine, chaotic stuff, you have a cool, calm, stoic position about yourself and don't let that move you. You feel what I'm saying? And you'll be able to just tell her, look, I don't like that. You doing that right there, I don't like that. If you're going to keep doing that, You gotta leave me and you gotta separate ways. Cause I need a woman that's gonna compliment me, not go against what I'm going, not go against what I'm doing. You feel me? Uh, yeah, you obviously need more. You definitely need, you know what you need? You need the full love, sex, relationship algorithms. Because if you love your wife and you've been with her for buku long and buku years, I would suggest that you just don't leave her like that, right? I would suggest that, hey, you do the love, sex, relationship algorithms, the full complete set. They got 73 love, sex, relationship algorithms. Do the full complete set. After you do the full complete set, your wife, who is your helpmeet, is gonna come it's gonna warm up to your way of thinking, warm up to your way of doing things, and stop being so rebellious against you while you improve yourself. Because a female can make the reason why I'm talking like this, because a female can make or break you. A good female can make you go to the highest top of the mountain. A bad female will bring you to the deepest depths of hell. I know this for a fact. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Oop. If you don't make no, it don't make, get a divorce. Stop being a weak man and get a divorce then. If you don't love your wife anymore, then it wasn't love to begin with. Because you could be like, I love her, but we're just not compatible anymore. That's different. But if you don't even love her anymore, get you some, you ready for this? If you don't love her no more and you're gonna get a divorce, make sure you get you some justice algorithms. That way, during the divorce, that way, make sure you get the justice package of the algorithm, the justice, law, and legal matters. Justice, law, and legal matter algorithms. Why? Because if she does anything vindictive or she try to do anything undercut or underhanded while y'all getting a divorce, you want to be protected. You want to make sure that you are getting the best fair deal in the court of law when you get a divorce, because divorces can be ugly. My divorce was almost ugly, but thank goodness for the justice, law, legal matter algorithm. Yeah, because you could love her but not be compatible anymore. But if you don't love her, goddamn, well, you never probably loved her to begin with. It would probably just you probably was just asleep and y'all got married under some Saturn rules. And now that you're awakening, you realizing that this is not the person for me, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. A lot of people do that. This is what I suggest. I wouldn't even suggest that you divorce her. You ready for the kicker? I would suggest you to exhibit a behavior that makes her divorce you. But then again, you're not gonna have the upper hand. So you might as well, divorce her. You fill out the divorce papers. You make sure you fill out the divorce. What's the reason for divorce? Irreconcilable differences. Irreconcilable differences. Oh, that nigga late. Whoa, that's my son. That nigga, Baggy Boy 86, late as hell. He watching the replay. Anyway, uh, yeah, man, but don't string her along. Don't live your life being unfulfilled as a man. Don't live your life being unfulfilled as a woman. If your spouse is holding you back, stop being afraid to start over. Take accountability. Know that you picked the wrong spouse, or you and your spouse have grown apart, and start over and rebuild. Give a fuck how old you is. Don't give a fuck how long you've been together. Start over, rebuild. All the extra stuff is just all the extra stuff is just fear. You scared to do what you need to do to grow. Appreciate you too, man. Appreciate you too. I appreciate you too, man. But remember, and that's a part of In God We Trust. When we get married, we got to go in front of the church. In God We Trust. Spend $1. In God We Trust. Go to the courthouse. In God We Trust. Go to everywhere we go, church house. God We Trust. Everywhere we go, you got motherfucking Christianity all over the place. And who is Christianity? Saturn. See? Even out, man, everything, bro. So listen what I got, bro. Look, I got a spell book, right? Before I show y'all my spell book, I've made it to a level of magic called intentional magic. If you don't know what intentional magic is, uh, go to your chat GPT and say, chat GPT, what is intentional magic? That's my level of magic. Simply put, intentional magic is the most powerful and the most purest form of magic that there is. And to activate intentional magic, all you need is to set your intentions. When you set your intentions, When you set your intentions, the intentional magic does what it does and works for you, right? So I have an intentional magic spell book. I've been holding on. I've been having this spell book for 8 years. It was blank. It's mostly blank still. It's mostly blank still. I'm only on the first page. It is part 2 to my affirmation Bible. So I set my intent through speaking affirmations, right? And I manifest my intent and I attract my intent through affirmations, right? And I want to show y'all how powerful this magic is. Nighttime vibrations. I don't even know your real name. You ready? But that's the name you chose to call yourself. Watch how quick this happens, nighttime vibrations. And when it happens, I want you to come back on the show and I want you to say, Doc, it happened. And we're going to count the time, what the day's date is. Somebody put the day's date in the chat, the date 27, right? I'm about to write in my intentional magic book. Nighttime vibration divorces his wife. Night. How you spell nighttime? Let me make sure. Nihtime. Okay. Not 2 T's, 1 T. Nighttime vibrations divorces his wife with no problems. Divorces his wife with no problems. Right? Today is 6/27/25. We're gonna mark that date. 6/27/25. I set my intent. Ready? Oh, I need a restart, right? Nighttime vibration divorces his wife with no problems. Hold on. Nighttime vibration divorces his wife with no problems and restarts. And restarts. You ready? And when you restart, don't immediately go get you no female. Improve yourself to the self that you see yourself improving into, and then get you a female. Because then you're gonna attract the female that was meant for this version of you that is fully self-improved. Okay? Nighttime vibrations divorces his wife with no problems and restarts. 427, 6/27/25, 4:14 p.m. And we're gonna keep a track. I need to sit down with you, Doc, for real, for real. All right. Hit me up on my Instagram. Here you go right here. Let me put the banner up. This is how you get at me right here. These are the ways you get at me right here. Especially if you buy something. If you buy something, you automatically know who you are and receive a call from you. And I'll call you, whatever like that. But if not, just hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on TikTok. All right. I'll call the number below. Text or call the number below. All right. So here we go. I'm about to set my intent. This is intentional magic 101. Y'all learning it right here. My intentions are set so that nighttime vibrations divorces his wife with no problems and restarts. Amen. That's how simple it is. This is the level of magic that I'm on. If anybody has a request, I will write it in the intention book, and I will put your request in the intention book, and I will mark it and date it, and you guys let me know when it happened so that we can mark how long it took for it to happen after I wrote it into the intention book. Okay? But with that being said, it's time for me to get on before I get spit on. And before I get spit on, let me make sure I give all praises be to the great grand holy mother of all divine, for she is truly the source of all gods and goddesses.
Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, the source of all gods and goddesses. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, the primordial from which we all derive. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, the nothingness that allows all somethings to exist. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, she is all mother, there is none greater than she. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, for she is the vastness that allows us all to experience boundaries. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, Mother of Ra, the Most High, Great Grand Holy Father. Great Grand Holy Father Ra, he who created himself from she. Great Grand Holy Father Ra, Creator and Father of all things, Father of all beings. She is his source. Amen Ra Ptah Aum.
Ahum, ahum, ahum. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you have any questions, cares, or concerns, please put them in the comments now while I do these. While I do these. Oh, man, I almost forgot. Man, I almost forgot. Here you go. Wait a minute. Y'all already know who I'm aiming at. Y'all already know what I come here to do. Y'all already know why I'm here. Y'all already know the receipts that I come with. And you know my receipts don't miss. Y'all can rewind that and screenshot each part of those, right? But understanding that, we have to realize that this game that you're living in is a hell zone owned by Saturn. And in order for you to regain back your power, you're going to have, man, listen, I hate to say it, man, Chakra Doctor the way. Chakra Doctor is the way. You want to get it out the matrix? You want to get out of the matrix fully? You want to be Neo, Trinity, Morpheus in the matrix? Chakra Doctor is your guide. Chakra Doctor is your guy. I'm that guy. They're going to help you get out of the matrix, period, point blank. You want to manifest wealth from nothingness? Chakra Doctor is your guy. You want to have great love, sex, and relationships? Chakra Doctor is your guy. You want to be healed and protected? Chakra Doctor is your guy. You want to have a great learning and education? Chakra Doctor is your guy. You want to tap into some power and destroy your enemies? You want to destroy your enemies? Chakra Doctor is your guy. Huh? You just want to have an overall great, good life in general? Chakra Doctor is your guy. You want to lose weight? You want to cleanse and detox your body and heal from curable and incurable diseases? Chakra Doctor is your guy. I guarantee you, I am the way, the truth, and the light. Nobody comes into the great grand holy mother. Nobody comes into the great grand holy mother except through me. I promise you that. Why you think she gave me all of these modalities? What black man you know got all of these different modalities from this on a range and a spectrum? Damn, I could get some algorithms and magic from them. Damn, I could get some natural holistic healing from them. Damn, I could get some life coaching from them. Damn, I could get YouTube videos from him. Damn, I could go listen to his rap music and listen to the music. Damn, I could go read his books. Come on now. Be real. Who else doing it like this? If they got somebody that's doing it like this in this wide range of a spectrum, let me know. Let me know. You know? But I'm doing like 10 different things at once. So I'm your guy, bro. All right? And making sure I ain't got nobody. And for all my haters, you can eat your knuckle sandwich. Everybody that hating on me, everybody that's doubting me, everybody that think this and that, and this negative. If you thinking negative about me, here you go. I made you a knuckle sandwich. Knuckle sandwiches are very, very, very healthy for the body. And you can get one ASAP. I'll make you a knuckle sandwich ASAP. All right? And as they say, oh no. As they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap. I'm gonna do the outro. Let me do my outro, y'all. And we'll be out of here. Let me do my outro. Y'all, I bet y'all didn't see this in a minute, huh? Y'all didn't see this in a minute.
I told you we'd be deathless. We just need new shells from time to time. And plenty of souls to eat.
עזוב את הדגל! זה הדגל שלי! עורב! אנרכיסט! הלו! עזוב את הדגל!
קרא לי אותו לגזרים.
אני בשוק.
באמת בדיוק כמו שהמדינה שלנו כרגע קרואה לגזרים.
עורב! מה? אני בהלם.
רגע, אתה ממש רוצח סדרתי. סבתא, תראי מה הוא...
שיט.
Hold it up. Turn around. Turn around. Make an about face. All the way around. Okay, now drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Go ahead. Oh, no. Yeah. All right, hold it. Proud of what I am and what I represent. Are you a traveling man? I'm a proud of what I am and what I represent. And you're using the black. Look at the condition of our people, man. Leave us alone with brother. Look at the condition of our people, brother. Leave us alone. How you walking with the illumination of our people, man? Leave us alone. That's a sign of our ancient king. You don't represent us.
That nigga ain't straight. That nigga gay.
I am aware of certain things that Hollywood does when it comes to dealing with our brothers. You have to pass a certain test. You have to be part of some type of humiliation community.
1,000 bottles. Yeah. 1,000 bottles. Yeah. How the fuck we catch you with 1,000 bottles?
How the fuck you get caught with 1,000 bottles? They said Diddy might get off, but his life will never be the same. Are you a traveling man? Are you a traveling man? Hey, you caught that, huh? I'm about to leave it alone. Man. Until next time, man, I'll talk to y'all later. Get on before I get spit on.
Bitch, I'm God, oh bitch, I'm God. Won't you come and meet your maker, bitch, I'm God, oh bitch, I'm God. All I need is your bitch.